What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video from Prem Pods. Today is game week 31. We're going over in the English Premier League, starting off with another game that Arsenal are involved in. This time a 12:30 kickoff at Goodison against Everton. And being your team, you can tell us what's going on.
Mate, dodgy game here, you know. If this was at home, I'd be all over this. 12:30s, we don't like 12:30s. Everton, we do like playing against Everton, though. Our history against Everton is we've probably scored the most goals against Everton than any other Premier League team. I remember 7-0s, 5-0s, but not so much when we go up there. It's normally a tough game when we go up there. I am going to keep this very short and sweet. I'm going to say it's going to be a bit tighter than I'd like it to be. I'm going to go 1-0 Arsenal.
Bosh!
Ooh, that was I'm going to draw. Go nicking Everton, nicking 1-1.
You think we're Liverpool? We're not
That's
Liverpool.
the thing, I mean...
We're not Liverpool, come on.
There might be a bit of a part of Everton that are like, are we really going to be a team that helps Liverpool and slows down Arsenal even more? I don't really think so. So I'm inclined to go with Arsenal whenever they do play against Everton, especially in this situation.
Yeah.
But
You're going to draw.
yeah, you never know, man. They might just be able to pull something out, and if you're not, if you
tell
can't
you
find
what.
the goals from random people because it's not consistent where you get the goals from, it could just be one of them days.
What are you saying, 1-1 or Desmond?
1-1.
1-1. I'll
1-1.
tell you what, you're getting 0 points on this game. Let's move on to the second game, where I'll get some more points, and you'll hopefully still be on 0. Need to close this gap. Crystal Palace, the Eagles, we got two birds playing against each other. The Eagles against the Seagulls. That's a good one, isn't it?
Eagles and
The
Seagulls.
Eagles and the Seagulls. And I forgot their stadium name now. What's Palace's? I've driven past it about 100 times.
Come on.
Selhurst Park. All right, Selhurst Park. 3 o'clock kickoff. Back to normal, basically. I'll let you kick this one off, mate. What's going to happen?
Yeah, it can be a bit of a tough game. Brighton and Palace normally do have quite a few goals between them in games. I think this will be one of those occasions. It never really... This is a bit of a strange game for Brighton as well because some people see it as a bit of a derby. It's a tough one, honestly. I'm going to go Palace nicking it. I'm going 2-1 Palace.
2-1 Palace.
Yep.
Another game week you're going to get 0 points. Yep. I'm going 3-1 Brighton. I'm backing this bird to be better than the other bird. And snatching out of the sky.
You like your bird? You don't like my bird, no?
No, I like my one, this one.
Fair.
I like the Seagulls. Although they nick, to be fair, if anyone's going to nick a result, it'd be the Seagulls. And these lot nick chips out of your mouth if they could. So, there you go, mate. On to the third one. Ipswich Town. Ipswich. Just any different way you can say. No, because look at the way it's spelt. I always thought there was a T in there, innit? And I've always spelt it like that, and it's just not that way. Yeah, Ipswich. Just silent S and a W. Against Wolverhampton Wanderers. This one, I do know. Portman Road. Straight away. Again, I'll keep this short and sweet because we're getting to the business end. It don't really matter about what I predict. It's about what happens. I'm going to give this to Ipswich, you know. I'm going to give them 3 points. I'm going 2-1 Ipswich.
Bosh!
I'm going opposite, but I'm going 2-0 Wolves.
Bosh!
Nice and simple. This could be a game actually where Wolves might be a decent amount enough, but like points ahead, and could still lose some points. And Ipswich will get some like a moral victory out of it.
Yeah. It's close in there, mate.
But I'm going with Wolves. I think they should have better quality. It all depends on really if they're turning up.
Yeah. Concede a lot of goals though. That's the only thing. They need
Wolves,
to keep that.
They have been an inconsistent team all year. Well, they've been consistently bad.
Yeah.
Really,
yeah.
But they'll survive. And yes,
2-0 Wolves.
2-1
Ipswich, mate.
Yeah.
On to the fourth game. West Ham United against Bournemouth. London Stadium. 3 o'clock kickoff. This one is a bit tricky to pick. Just because the table would have you thinking that Bournemouth will smash these lot. But that is just probably not what's going to happen. It's not going to happen.
No.
It's probably going to be 1-1. Score draw.
Bosh.
Everyone thinks Bournemouth are going to turn them over. West Ham, when they need to be, mate, they pick up points.
Yeah,
and they ain't going down. I think they can afford to get a few draws to the end of the season. and still be safe. So score draw, mate. What about you?
Yeah, Bournemouth haven't beat West Ham away since 2018. Not too many games played in between there, to be fair, but still, West Ham will take some confidence from that. And I think they will actually get a win in this game. I'm going to go 2-1 again for West Ham. No
2-1.
reason other than it's coming close to the end of the season. Bournemouth are still pushing for a better position, league position. But this could just be one of them off games for them, I think. Like I said, I think probably most people would think Bournemouth will win. But these are two teams that are kind of in similar footing in as a whole, I'd say.
Yeah, West Ham probably better Premier League outfit. Obviously got a European Cup a couple seasons ago.
Absolutely.
I've made a decent amount of players that have been big shots in the Premier League.
Yep.
Frank Lampard, Declan Rice, obviously, being Arsenal man.
Rio
Ferdinand, exactly. These players, mate. Massive player. And Jared Bowen, mate. He's bloody brilliant, mate. Bloody brilliant. On to the halfway stage. Oh, this is a good game. Would you call this has got to be some type of derby, no? No? Far away? They're in the Midlands? These lot, not in Forest, no?
Not in sure, an hour or two between them, I think.
It's not close enough for a derby, apparently. But apparently, Crystal Palace versus Brighton's a derby, so,
Yes, yeah. It's political, I think, for more.
But we are on to the 5:30, Aston Villa against Forest. I'm going to let you kick this off. What do you reckon?
Yeah, tough game to call.
Yes, indeed.
I'm kind of leaning a lot more this week to a few 2-1s, a few tight games, someone nicking it at the end, or being 2-0 up and then the other team scoring and then make it a nervy ending.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. I mean, I'm going to go with 1-1 on this occasion in this game.
Bosh!
It's not really a result that has come up too often between these two teams. They have drawn a couple of times. But yeah, 1-1, low scoring. This is definitely low scoring for me.
I have to agree with you on that one. I'm going 1-0 Forest. Bosh! I think they're just going to nick it. If you look at their away record, they're third in the league, only behind us and you. And they've scored 26 and conceded 25. So that's telling me 1-0 victory.
Yeah.
That's what that tells me, mate.
No, I hear.
What are you saying? 1-1? Score draw?
1-1, yeah.
Fair enough, mate. On to the next one. Massive London derby. Brentford, obviously, the bigger team in this one. Playing against Chelsea. 2 o'clock on the Sunday. Again, another difficult one for me to call in terms of a score. I do definitely think Chelsea are going to win.
Okay.
Away from home, they haven't been great, though. That's the only thing. They're sitting ninth. Dreadful amount of losses on the road. 6 wins and 6 losses. 3 draws. That's just not good enough.
I do.
But then Brentford away at home even. 7 wins, 3 draws and 5 losses. So Chelsea still better at home and away. I'm going to give it to Chelsea and I'm going to say 3-1 to Chelsea.
I'm going to go with the same amount of match goals in this game, but it's a 2-2 draw for me.
Bosh!
They have had a couple of draws between them. Derby game, of course. Not massive derby game, but London derby nonetheless.
London derby. 12 teams in it, I think. 12 teams in it
That's
from the south this time.
At home. I know, obviously, you just read out the record there. But I think a while ago it was 7 and maybe no losses or 7-1 draw. And so
it was good, man.
When's the last time they won a home game? Because that sounds like...
Maybe Brentford.
Yeah.
I'll tell you now, mate. Last time Brentford won a home game was I've got to keep scrolling for this, mate. Was in December.
That's what I'm saying.
The 7th.
Pretty sure at that point there was 7 wins.
They have gone on a loss to Forest, a loss to us, a draw to Man City, a loss to Tottenham, draw to Everton, and lost to Villa.
Yeah, so it sounds literally they haven't won
since
we last looked at that home record.
Yeah, in December.
So this is it. This is the game for me.
Fair enough,
this is
mate.
the one that they win.
Oh, what you're saying? You said there's one.
No, I said draw. Yeah. Yeah, 2-2.
Might have changed it for you too, mate.
Nah, it's 2-2.
2-2, yeah. Right, on to the next one. A game which I cannot wait for because these lot are the giant killers, and they will do it again. And just because this is your team, Fulham against Liverpool, 2 o'clock on the Sunday as well, I'll let you start.
2-1 Liverpool.
Bosh!
I have to go with it. I have to back them. Yeah, I think we'll just about nick it. I've gone 2-1 probably the last few game weeks for us, to be honest, but we have started to play a lot closer. Found it a bit harder to break down teams and get goals. And we've started to concede a few more as well. So,
You have, which leads me on to my prediction.
yeah.
Desmonda. It is going to be 2-2. Fulham ultimately are going to be good, mate.
Mhm.
They're going to turn up. They're at home. They're going to bomb down them wings. And them wing-backs as well, yeah, are going to cause you a lot of problems. Because your wing-backs cannot do what their wing-backs do week in, week out, which is get forward and defend. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I can see big problems happening here. And then if anything spills over into the middle, mate, Iwobi can cut open a defence. Emil Smith-Rowe, if he's going to play.
I can definitely see it, 100%.
And who's the geezer up top that they have who started doing quite well recently? Jimenez.
No, it's talking
it
about
Jimenez?
Muniz.
Muniz, that's it. Yeah, he's a
Jimenez
big
has-
geezer. Jimenez has been playing as well, isn't it? So either of them will cause Van Dijk and Konate a problem.
I agree.
They'll make them make decisions, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if they play smart enough, one of them will make a mistake at some point. So I'm getting Desmondo, mate.
Really.
I wouldn't be looking forward to this game if I was you.
No.
You might lose. I'll be honest with you.
What I will say is we can drop points in one of the next two of Everton and this, we can drop points.
Yeah. You can drop points one of the next 4 because that is the cushion. It's
If
4
anything,
games, isn't it?
Get it out of the way early.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you
then
don't want to
that-
be losing at the end.
Well, again, yeah, it's kind of
And then we finish strong.
back and forth.
And then it's
thing.
long.
If you do
So-
it now, then the race is still open because of the amount of games. So I suppose you would leave it late if you're going to lose games. To be fair.
So you know that
So
game's done, innit?
Yeah.
Lose your
By
last
the time
3 as
then
long
it's
as you've
exact-
won this. As long as you've won all these,
Completely
you'll be
under
fine.
18, who-
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. On to the next game. One of my favourite clubs, Tottenham Hotspur, against Southampton, one of the
Come on.
worst teams that has come up to this Premier League, yeah, at this moment in time. In the time that I've been alive, this has been one of the worst teams. And Tottenham might give them 3 points. 2 o'clock on a Sunday, what's going to happen?
4-1 Spurs.
4-1 Spurs.
Done.
Do you know what,
We're
yeah?
gonna talk about this. Could be 4.
No, don't talk about it too long because I'm going to take about 5 seconds. 2-1 Southampton. Yeah?
No.
I am giving it to them because Spurs are bottle jobs.
No.
I got it right. I said it right. 2-1 Ipswich, and they done them.
Yeah.
And everyone laughed at me. Yeah, and they're going to do it again. Because
They
can't see now. That is brilliant. Nah, mate, they're like, it is just out of sheer disrespect. That is what I think of Tottenham. 2-1 Southampton. And I just gave you the intro, one of the worst clubs in Premier League history. Tottenham will give them 3 points, mate. On to the next one. Penultimate
Oh.
fixture.
Oh.
Manchester United, Man City. 4:30 on the Sunday as well. This
Yeah, best game.
this is the best game by far. United will turn up.
Yeah.
United will play brilliant.
Yeah.
Score, I'm going to... Give me 2 minutes. You tell me what's going to happen in this game. I'll give you a score.
Well, it's 2-1 Man United.
United!
I think it's that simple. I think any game that they've played, apart from Spurs, maybe you'd say, when they've played against the better teams in the league this year, they've turned up. They've not needed any extra motivation. This is at home, so the crowd are going to be even more on their backs and stuff like that, but also be on their side in a derby game like this. City have been lackluster this season, have lost games numerous times, including against Man United.
Mhm.
Or did they draw? What was Did they lose the first game between these?
I'm sure they drew, no? I don't think they lost.
No, United won, yeah.
United won.
Won away.
1-0, 2-1.
Oh, yes, I remember that now. The 88th minute, Bruno scored a pen and then Diallo scored in the 90th minute.
yeah.
I remember.
They run away with
Yeah.
it. At
So-
the Etihad.
Yeah, they're going to get double over City this season. It's one positive to take, but also, I mean, City have been poor at times. So, yeah, we say poor, but they're still like top 4 and might win an FA Cup or something like that.
Mate, I am going 3-1 City.
Bosh.
Yes, Man United will turn up, and I have no doubt they will probably score first, and they'll play a good game up until half time. And City will come out second half and absolutely rip them to pieces. Because honestly, if you look at this team, all right, cool, it's football, anything can happen. But this team of 11 if these 11 City players actually turn up, these lot should not be able to touch
Of
them.
course.
They should not even be able to lay a glove on them from the team sheet. But obviously, these players have been playing at 50%. That's what it looks like anyway.
Yeah.
Haaland's been basically
He's started the attention as
non-existent.
well. Though. I mean, Haaland's not going to pick up the ball and drive and beat players.
Nah, you got to
He's
put it
the
into the back post, middle of the box. You got to give it to
That's
him.
what you knew what you signed when you got him.
100%.
If you give him the ball in the box, he'll probably score.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's going left foot, right foot. It'll go in somewhere, somehow, scissor kick, anyhow. The ball will go in the back of the net, innit?
Head, whatever it's going to be.
He'll get a foot to it, head, anything. So, but that is the main reason I've gone 3-1 City. I think their class will just outshine. And they can't be getting done. Pep's not going to want to lose the double.
Yeah, I believe they will, honestly.
Fair enough, mate. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
On to the last game of the game week. Leicester City against Newcastle. 8 o'clock kickoff. Leicester down in the dumps. Newcastle fighting to get into them European spots.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can push these lot to the end, to be honest with you. It's very close. They're in 6th spot. Only a point away from Man City and 2 points away from Chelsea.
Yeah.
So a win if City and Chelsea slip up, which they've got hard games this week, Brentford and United.
Absolutely.
They could actually just take that 4th spot. I am definitely back in Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to go... Shall I give Leicester a go? I'm going to go 4-1 Newcastle.
Gosh. I think he was going to go one... He was going to go the same score as me and just changed it.
3-1.
3-1.
I was going to go 3-1, yeah. Then I went, nah. If I give Leicester a go, I'll give Newcastle another. So
I'm definitely going 3-1 Newcastle. Nice and simple. Should sweep these lot aside. Just counting down the days until Leicester are, unfortunately, I don't have any feelings or whatever towards Leicester, but just counting down the days, I think they are until they get relegated. And then they just have to build and try and come back up again. It's always difficult. This is more of just a procession, I believe, for Newcastle. I mean, it should be. Because like you said, yes, they've won a trophy, but they're still wanting to push and have a big chance to get Champions League. So that's their next focus.
Yeah, you see, this is the stuff I'm talking about, though, isn't it? Tottenham, just to bring you back to this point, yeah? 10 games Leicester have played, yeah? They've lost 9. Who did they beat? Big Ange's Spurs. That's who they beat. One of the worst teams this year in the Premier League. Yeah. And they got a win against Spurs. And I'm looking at everything else they lost.
They gave Ipswich a win.
Yeah, and Leicester.
Give Leicester a win.
They're going to give Southampton. No, they beat them the first time, 4-1 or something. They beat
That's
them,
what I said. It might be coming.
Yeah, it's coming, mate.
Probably the only team. Surely the only team that all 3 of the bottom 3 will beat.
100%. Tottenham. And probably United.
Nah, not United. United haven't done it either.
Tottenham, mate. Tottenham just give out points. You want points? Go to Spurs.
Yeah.
How can their stadium be called 3-Point Lane? That is if another player from another club called my stadium 3-Point Lane, mate, I'd be devastated. 3-Point Lane, and you lot are supposed to be in the same bracket as everyone. Nah, man, you lot like that bracket.
Somehow, even though we left Spurs a little while ago, we still found a way to come back to hating on Spurs.
Yeah, no, we don't like Spurs. We don't like Daniel Levy. He's ruined the club. Mate. All you think about is a little 1p profit in that, £1 profit. As long as his P&L looks good at the end of the year, he's done a good job.
Yeah,
knob.
Basically, yeah.
This is not. We want passion. We want good players. What good players at Tottenham right now? Madison's dead, mate.
About NFL, it's about Beyonce, it's about Taylor Swift.
For them lot, yeah, for the business. That's what I'm saying. Mate. Fair enough, innit? He's done well to get them where they are, but look where they are now. Yeah. 14th. Barry Redknapp had them in 4th spot, pushing for Champions League, and you got rid of him.
Playing in Champions League.
Dreadful, man. Dreadful. Got to the final.
Yeah, they did. Not too long ago.
Against you lot, man. Anyway, that's another one done, mate. Game week 31.
Yeah. Edging ever closer to Liverpool being crowned champions, as we say every single week. So, yeah, this is just another week where just win. Just get over the line, win. Doesn't matter what Arsenal do, we just have to win. Very simple.
That is all you have to do.
That's it.
You don't have to worry about us now.
Yep. And then eventually it will just become mathematically impossible.
Yep. If you keep winning, in 4 games, it will be done, mate. It will be done.
Hopefully he drops it and makes it even sooner.
Yes, if that happens, then it's definitely done. If we don't win our last, what are we on now? 8 games, 9 games?
Yeah,
we're done.
Really done. Yeah. But yes, until that day comes, we'll keep just plugging away. We'll be back soon for another video. Game week 32.
Yeah.
And then we'll be saying 7 games left. Unbelievable.
That's it, mate.
Another season nearly done.
Another season, mate. Another season nearly done.
But yeah, until next time, see you all soon. Take care.